All right, let's talk about Ramadan. We all have this picture in our heads, right? Fasting, prayer, community gatherings. But what if the real point, the truly radical purpose of it all, has kind of gotten lost in the shuffle? What if we've been missing something huge? Let's get into it.
So let's kick things off with a question that really gets you thinking. Is Ramadan just a test? You know, a test of how long you can go without food and water? Or is there something deeper going on? Because how you answer that, well, it changes everything about how you see this month.
And to get to the bottom of that, we're going to look at a pretty bold idea. That maybe, just maybe, we flip the whole purpose of Ramadan on its head. Like, completely backwards.
And this really lays it out, doesn't it? On one side, you've got what Ramadan can look like. Huge iftar feasts, shopping for new clothes, parties, all the fun stuff. But then you look at the other side, and you see what it's supposed to be. This intense training for your soul, all about empathy and real deep change.
And that really hits the nail on the head, right? The argument is that we've gotten so caught up in the celebration, the parties, the amazing food, that we've kind of forgotten about the observation. The whole spiritual side of the fast gets pushed to the background.
Okay, so what is that spiritual side then? If fasting isn't just about feeling hungry, what's the real goal? Well, it's a journey. It's about taking that physical feeling of an empty stomach and turning it into something much, much bigger. Empathy.
And this is the key. This is the big idea. Fasting isn't a strongman competition to see how tough you are. It's not about your personal endurance. It's actually a form of, well, extreme training. And the goal is to build one muscle and one muscle only: empathy. It's designed to make you feel something deeply.
So who are we supposed to be feeling for? It's for the millions of people out there who are hungry not for 30 days a year, but 365 days a year, and not by choice, but because they have no other option. For them, Ramadan isn't some spiritual boot camp. It's the one time of year they might actually get to eat, thanks to the generosity of others.
Wow. I mean, just think about that image. It's so powerful, right? It says the real point of Ramadan isn't found in your own stomach rumbling. No, it's found when you can truly, deeply connect with the pain of a mother who has nothing, literally nothing, to give her hungry kids. That's the empathy we're talking about. That's the whole point.
All right, so if the goal is to build this incredible empathy, where do you learn it? Where's the training ground? You might think, oh, at the mosque, or from some big lecture, but the answer is actually way simpler and much closer. It all starts right at home, in the family.
Now, this is a really cool idea. The argument here is that Islam isn't some abstract, complicated philosophy that's hard to grasp. Nope. It's proof of concept. The place where you can see if it really works is the family. Every single day, in the little interactions between parents and kids, husbands and wives, that's where its core principles are put to the test.
And it's in that family unit that you learn the big stuff organically. We're talking leadership, humanity, mercy, and patience. You don't learn these things from a textbook. You learn them by watching your parents, by feeling that human connection, by being shown mercy when you mess up, and by learning to put up with your siblings. The family is literally the first classroom.
And inside that family classroom, there's this constant tension, this constant push and pull that happens. And it's a conflict that doesn't just define families, it defines pretty much all of our relationships. It's the classic battle, justice versus mercy.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Every time a friendship falls apart or there's a huge family fight, what's at the root of it? Almost always, it's this feeling. That wasn't fair. I was treated unjustly. It's like we walk around with a little gavel, ready to demand justice in our personal lives. But what if there's another way? This is a pretty radical idea, that in our relationships with people we love, there's something even more important than strict black and white justice, and that's the relationship itself. Sometimes you have to choose the relationship over being right.
And let's be clear, this isn't about being a doormat. Mercy isn't weakness. It's not about just forgetting what happened. It's actually a force that's bigger than justice. It's strong enough to hold justice inside of it. Think about it. You could have a world with perfect, absolute justice, but without mercy, all our relationships would just fall apart. They need more than rules. They need glue to hold them together.
Okay, that sounds great in theory, right? But how do you actually do it? How do you show mercy when you feel like you've been seriously wronged? Well, this isn't just some nice philosophical idea. There's actually a simple, practical exercise, like a therapy for the heart, that can help us build that mercy and start to fix those broken relationships.
So here's the game plan. It's a really simple 3-step process.
Step 1. Get a piece of paper and write down the names. You know the ones, the people you're holding a grudge against. Step 2. When you're alone, praying, you ask for them the exact same good things you ask for yourself. And step 3. You just let it work. You trust the process to do its thing and start to clean out your heart.
And here's the amazing part. The reason this actually works, it's not just some mind game you're playing on yourself to trick yourself into forgiving someone. It's a spiritual transaction. Something powerful happens when you stand all alone before God, and you find yourself praying for the person who hurt you. In that moment, when you're completely vulnerable, something shifts. God actually steps in and starts to change your heart from the inside out.
And that brings us full circle, right back to where we started. That deep empathy we're supposed to learn during Ramadan, that powerful mercy we're supposed to show in our lives, the training for both starts at home. So we'll leave you with this one last thing to think about. Is your home that place? Is it the lamp that shows the way? Not just for your own family, but for everyone who sees it?